Good afternoon, or I guess good morning. It's 8 o'clock here. I guess afternoon in New York, but just starting this live stream. I was already trading since 7 a.m., but couldn't get on a stream right now. Made a one trade, but let me make sure I'm live on my phone. Just make sure everything is good. Yep, looks good. Yeah, so took a short for went against me a little bit. I just ended up locking in it for about $30 per account, and then I did get a new account that I didn't add to my order copier, so I made $59 on that account, and then so total $659 for all my accounts. But this is the trade. I was basically shorting at 4106, 4105, and then I added another one at the very top here at 4114. I had a stop a little bit higher. It was like about 4117.75, somewhere around here. Almost got stopped out and ended up actually selling off. One of the reasons I was taking this trades was there was a lot of sellers where I started taking a short, which some days like today, what happens is it actually like manipulates even the big boys. So like there was a lot of sellers here, and then what ended up happening is it pushed up even higher, and then there was it pushed up actually with a lot of 2,700 delta, more buyers. And then there was a lot of sellers that stepped in. So like that's where I added some around here. And then it just started to roll over a little bit with selling pressure. The reason why I got out is I don't like even though there's still some selling going on here, I don't like the volume profile is going up right now on the hourly, and I feel like I'm going against the trend. So I don't want to be caught on a basically aggressive move up. So I'm just taking slight profit and seeing for a potentially better opportunity than this one. I don't like the volume profile is going up right now. Yeah, sorry, I'm just checking, making sure the sound and everything is good on my phone. Yeah, so I definitely want to get back in on the short. I was hoping for it to go back to like 4110 ish, and looks like it's not going there right now. Yeah, selling is resuming. I'm gonna see a break 4104, and then potentially take a short on a pullback. One thing also I forgot to mention is oil has been selling off quite a bit after it reached the highs here, and usually ES does follow oil a little bit. So, or oil maybe they're pretty correlated, and so this was when the market was rallying, and then it started selling off, and it's dragging ES with it for now. Yeah, NASDAQ, we could go over NASDAQ. NASDAQ is significantly stronger, and most likely it's due to, I believe it's Meta. Meta has been had good earnings yesterday after close. So this market, it's up 1.6% so far on NASDAQ. And let's see. Yeah, just really strong right now. I feel like it's making me a little bit cautious on being short on ES because of that. So, for example, yeah, if it starts breaking these lows, which is pretty significantly lower, then it might be kind of shifting, but it's kind of looks like it's grinding up for now. Yeah, oil is not catching a bid right now. It's about to test the lows for today. A lot of selling pressure after this initial move up. I think that's why ES is also kind of can't catch a bid after oil started selling off. Yeah, the other thing I wanted to show is, for example, ES on the daily. These are 60-minute bars, but I look at the volume profile for the entire day, and also why I was like my stop was a little bit higher, like about here somewhere, in case it like does like a one tick, but it basically tested this high from yesterday almost to the tick, and then it's starting to roll over. So that was the other reason why I was still short. Usually my stops are tighter than that, but in this case I let it run, and I even added a contract there. Could have been stopped out obviously for like could have been a manipulation high, break me, stop me out, and then go down. Usually at these levels that tends to happen, but good thing it didn't, and was able to lock in a bit of a profit. NQ NQ is actually significantly stronger. Let's see. Uh, that's weird. I don't know why it's showing ES still. Yeah, sorry, I can't. I guess I can't show NQ for now. But yeah, it's definitely. I could probably show it on the screen. It's yeah, definitely pushing a lot higher. It broke yesterday's high already. It broke the previous day's high. It's almost testing um, last Thursday's and Friday's highs here. Definitely seen some selling pressure here with 5,700, even though it's rallying up. Yesterday, same thing. It was going up, but there was 11,000 selling pressure. So it looks like sellers are still like not necessarily in control, but they are actually interested in selling this market. But what actually tends to happen is, for example, if you see a lot of sellers like this, and then let's say something like good earnings come out on Meta, you'll see a potential short squeeze because all of these sellers are trying to cover their losses basically as the price keeps grinding higher. So and that's something also I look at where short sellers and buyers get stuck on a particular trade. Yeah, so it looks like yes. Let me see the price. Yeah, I got out at a pretty decent price here. Like I feel like usually the places I do trade, like here, it does like they are kind of slightly of a turning point. Usually, like here it kind of was, but then I just found a little bit of bid here and then started going up. But there was some areas I saw here to get out, but can't say it's gonna keep like rally back up. But it definitely stopped there for a minute and then starting to see a little bit of selling. But yeah, it's a little bit tricky here because you see Nasdaq just keeps grinding higher. Like this is a pretty bullish picture for me on the hourly. When I say hourly, these every volume profile here is 1 hour. So it's the last 2 hours, it just keeps going higher. And let's see, it looks like, yeah, definitely. And usually I like to trade combining, like if I want to see NASDAQ going long and ES going long, but for some reason I'm more bearish on ES right now with kind of this selling that's been happening near the highs here. And it's hard to tell if those sellers are going to hold or not right now. But welcome for joining. If you have any questions, feel free to write something. I'll try to respond. Yeah, I'm almost tempted to just take a long here with a small stop of about, yeah, like 4104 here. I'm seeing some buyers stepping in here, very minor buyers, but I think, yeah, I think it's like a 50-50 point here for me. I see, yeah, basically it looks like it is breaking a little bit. Let me look at the 1 minute actually. Oh, yeah, I turned off everything here for video. Yeah, it's crazy for me how some people trade something like this. It's like you can't see any context on what's happening on the price. Like you don't see that there's sellers right here. And they're just trading blind basically how I see it. This is way more cleaner. Yeah, looks like NASDAQ is definitely still having a bid here. It just what I don't like, ES is definitely not following NASDAQ right now. And I feel like if NASDAQ actually turns around here, we're gonna see ES drops a lot faster. Yeah, well, I think why ES is still struggling to grow is oil just keeps dropping so far, and I think that's pushing, like that's keeping ES lower. One little update: I did get another funded account. Now I have 16 fully funded accounts, and you could see by this is the account that I just got. I forgot to add it to my order copier, and so I had to manually enter. I got a slightly better price, so I got 59 on this account for that trade that I took. But yeah, basically I have, when it starts with PA, that's a funded account, and I have 16 of them now. And I have 4 more that are very close on getting to a funded state. And Apex Trader Funding has a limit of 20 paid accounts. So I'm basically going to be at the limit, and which is nice because I could just keep my risk low and make steady income daily or like on average. And just withdraw from 20 accounts. And again, Apex Trader Funding is having that 90% off on all of their accounts right now. It expires on Monday. So if you want to create an account, they basically give you a Ninja Trader license, even though I use Sierra Chart, but they give you a free Ninja Trader license as well as market data that you need, like live market data. I think for as low as $14 for the smallest account that they have, which is still like $25,000 account. You could still trade a lot of contracts there. So thought I would mention that. So that's a great deal. I have the coupon code in the description. And if you have any questions about that, let me know. Yep, so this is what, yeah, so this looks a little bit better here. We're seeing ES slowly going up. And you could see, yeah, because NASDAQ, like I said, it's been still grinding up. I might take a long here, actually, somewhere around potentially here with a small stop below, kind of like right here. That'd be like a 4-point stop here. Yeah, definitely. This would have been a good entry here, even when there are sellers, slight sellers here, because with the volume profile, as it's going up, usually you want to just go in at the bottom of this profile from the previous hour. In worst case scenario, you just have a stop, like kind of like somewhere like right below it for like a few points, or maybe like if you want to give it a little bit of room, hide behind this cluster of orders. Like an example would have been today. I saw on NASDAQ, we saw the volume profile. Sorry, I'm kind of also looking at my other screen. Yeah, ES is going up. Dang, I missed out. I should have taken that long. It just, to me, the reason why I didn't, it was not like a gut feeling. It just, I don't like how it fell a little bit too much away from this value area. So, and it's like, even if I go long here, let's say, I would almost be tempted to like sell some around here into this cluster of orders. And that's why I'm like, I wasn't really certain for like the risk versus reward there. Obviously played out in this case for now, but I want to see what happens as this thing is going up. If there's potential sellers here, I'm gonna definitely look for a short opportunity. But yeah, that's why I think it's important when you see slight weakness on ES to make sure you confirm it with NASDAQ. And NASDAQ, there was no weakness in a way. It was just still pretty strong bullish, and you don't want to be short on ES when NASDAQ is bullish because you won't see strong moves down. Like, yeah, maybe if you're a scalper, yeah, you'll catch a few points here and there, but then you're kind of at risk of getting taken out as NASDAQ keeps climbing. A lot of people don't look at both markets. They look blindly at one, and I think that's a mistake. I think using both is very helpful. Yeah, this is a strong push. NASDAQ is coming up into this level here at basically here 13,139. There's the previous highs and a 61.8 on NASDAQ here. So I want to see if there's going to be any type of resistance here. We might see a push down, unless this is driven by news, which I don't see anything. Yep, nothing. Um, at least I don't see anything on the news wire right now. I want to see it. I think we might see a rejection here with some selling going on. I want to see what happens. Obviously, I'm not going to take a short here against this strong move, but I do think when we have a push like this into some resistance area. Let me try to sharing the Nasdaq screen again. I don't know why it's showing ES. Let me see. There it is. Um, yeah, this is the NQ. This is what I'm saying. Basically, we have it's pushing higher right now into 61.8. It's slightly broke it already by a little bit, but this number is more of a range. It's testing this high right here. So I do expect to see some kind of resistance. And usually that's the beauty thing about using delta is you only, like, let's say if you want to do a counter trend, like you absolutely want to just short this, you don't just go short here, when there's 900 delta. You start waiting for something like this, like basically 1000 or 100 selling, slowly appearing, and like, yeah, almost like stronger. I feel like if you're going against a move like this, you want to see something stronger. But I usually don't like to trade against a strong move like this. I like to try to go long in these situations, like look for long opportunities, because they could like for example, you could see people taking profits here, but then buyers still absorb this, even though they're sellers, and then it just keeps going higher. But I did, yeah, definitely seen a little bit of rejection here, which I was expecting. I'm just curious how, like I would do a counter trend trade here, if I saw a similar pattern on ES, if there's some selling, which, let me look at the 10,000 bars. I guess, yeah, very minor selling. Yeah, looks like it broke the extension line also pretty easily with of the initial balance. Mm, yeah, I do definitely have some FOMO here. This was I think a pretty good. I feel like if this didn't drop all the way here, if this was the low, I feel like I would just be like more confident in going long here. But for some reason, when it dropped low, it almost looked like it's taking out all these buyers here, or all the volume profile here. So I'm like, okay, if I take like long here, it could easily drop and test like this level, and that's already, yeah, kind of hard to tell here in retro. But yeah, going back to Nasdaq, so yeah, definitely seen a little new bar open, continuation on the sellers here. Let me make sure there's no news still. Yep, there you go. Some more selling. Yeah, very tempted to take a short here considering the levels it's at, but it just kind of goes against my strategy a little bit. As far as like, there's a few things that it matches, but the doesn't match a lot of the other criteria that I look for. And usually you want to be taking profit here instead of trying to look for a short. Like I would definitely be looking to take profit here if I was short from, like, let's say an earlier move, but taking a new position short here might be a little bit on the riskier side considering we have a strong move higher. Yeah, when you see, for example, because it's hard to tell. Like you could take, for example, here, if let's say you take a short here when you saw 700 sellers after this move up, yeah, you could ride this down to like, let's say, whatever this price, but it's like, how do you know like you still see sellers here? Like, how do you know you should just take profit here? So like, cause ideally, like you'd be like, oh, let's say I want this, like the previous high, or maybe this value area here, but it's just like when the trend is up for a certain thing, it's hard to have a significant pullback. This is more of like, if anything, a scalp, but then your risk is almost the same as your reward. You'll take a short, let's say here, your profit might be here, like previous high if it even gets there, and your stop, let's say it's new highs. I guess, yeah, that in this case that would have been a slightly better risk versus reward, but that's if it even gets here. Yeah, and again, if I saw selling on ES, I would have actually considered taking that NASDAQ short, but I don't see any selling right now on ES. So I'm waiting for, if I'm going to take this counter trend, I'm going to wait for both selling on both markets. But I think ES is going to go tag this 4124 extension of the initial balance. The initial balance is basically, for those that are new, it's the low, this price right here, the low and the high of the first hour, basically from 6:30 to 7:30 Eastern time, or Pacific, sorry, yeah, Pacific time. So it's 9:30 to 10:30 Eastern time. And it just takes the 50% move of this move, and then this green bar is the 100% move. It's the same range from here to here as from here to here, and so on. And those levels, they work a lot in trading. Like for example, I could pull yesterday's price action. I think on NASDAQ it tagged this area perfectly. Actually, I could just show it real quick. So yesterday we had the market take off. It tested here. I almost tested it here, then it kind of broke out, started selling off, then almost tags it perfectly at the bottom here, and then finds support. So it's pretty interesting little here in this case. Yeah, today it looks like the market's pretty strong and just broke through. I would be curious how it would react if it reaches here 13,170. I think we might see some rejection, resistance there. But yeah, going back to ES, it almost reached that level, found sellers, took off, yeah, tested the extension on the bottom, found support, and then also rallied up. Okay, now we're seeing some sellers just appeared on ES. So right now this bar was significantly higher, and like see on 10,000 there's 2,000 sellers here, so a lot of sellers just stepped in here. So I might consider a short here actually. I don't like to trade against the trend, because it's still definitely up, but I think I'm just gonna take like at least one contract for now. Probably a tight stop here. Probably, let's say that's, yeah, 2 ticks. I usually like to do 2 ticks because 1 tick you could just get faked out pretty easily. Yeah, we're seeing sellers both on NASDAQ. Yeah, NASDAQ, it's halted here at the top here with nothing but selling so far. And yeah, this might still be a breathing, like take profit, just a breathing market, and then it just might continue higher. But I like seeing sellers on ES as well. So just The only thing I don't like about the short is, yeah, I was mentioning earlier, where do I take profit, right? I don't expect this thing just to drop 10 points against this move up. So it's almost like it might be like a scalp, kind of like into this value area here, like almost these highs. But yeah, it's almost like, is it worth even taking this type of trade if that's where your profit potentially is? So something I always think about when I do take a short like this. Yeah, there you go. We're seeing some selling pressure here, increased selling pressure on both ES and NASDAQ. Yeah, definitely called this potential halt slash rejection on NASDAQ. I was saying, well, obviously didn't sell off much yet, but actually here it's not updating. Yeah, there you go. So I was saying, yeah, like it's testing this 61.8 off this move right here, testing this high. Yeah, sorry. T- uh, testing this, tested this high from the 24th, and then it's finding some resistance here. Broke it a little bit, and now finding some resistance. And that's how I like to combine, for example, NASDAQ, right? It's finding these areas. You don't want to just blindly short. I think the level, let's say, was around here. You don't want to just short at 900 delta or 300. You just short when you see some selling pressure, and then look for confirmation from ES, which is also showing some selling pressure. And then you potentially take a trade in that direction. But to mention again, I don't like trading again. Like I don't. To me, this is not enough because you might see something like this, where you have selling and then it just goes down a little bit, and then just keeps going up. So it's not enough conviction for me, but it's still I think it's a decent enough scalp here for, especially when you're trading on. Yeah, I'm actually gonna move this up to this. I think it's gonna test this high and potentially bounce. And it's already getting closer to 9 o'clock. Yeah, I just took profit. Yeah, it's not bad when you're trading on 20 accounts. You make a small move like this, and you make, yeah, I think I was up like $400 or $600. Now I'm up 900. Just a small trade on one MES, I made $350, $400, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, no, there's a lot of selling happening actually. I didn't expect it to be 3,000. I'm actually going to re-enter this short here. Yeah, definitely. I thought it's going to retrace lower. I thought that this delta number is going to be like 1,900 or something, not 3,000. That's a lot of sellers. So I like this trade. I think if anything, I'm gonna have my stop pretty tight here at maybe 19, or like one tick higher, like yeah, 1970, 1950. Basically, why here is because this bar has 3,000 more sellers than buyers, and if it goes above here, that means all of the wherever you sold in this bar, you're gonna be in the negatives, and so that might be a good, like basically, yeah, you're gonna see potentially a run higher because people are going to be stuck in a losing trade. Yep. So NASDAQ also showing some weakness here. Slight weakness. All right, there are a little bit of buyers stepping in. One thing to call out, oil did rally here also on, I think there was some news that it's not showing up on my feed. But yeah, they had a push up, and I think that's where ES also made those highs. And then right now it's slowly selling off. And I think it's dragging ES with it a little bit. But ES is up, yeah, 1% already. So that's yeah, going up a little bit. I am tempted to, yeah, I'm gonna actually add another contract here. Hopefully I get filled. There you go, I just got filled. Yeah, I'm gonna see if it breaks out of this area right here. If it does, I might consider getting out for a smaller loss than my stop. But looks like the sellers are kind of defending their position still. Hey, Prashant, yeah, I just saw your comment. So the reason why I use 20K volume bars is if I use time-based bars, I don't like to see, for example, if it's a 1 minute bar, I don't really care about what happens in that 1 minute time frame. I want to see, I use 20K because every bar needs to be 20,000 contracts traded in this bar. And it could take, let's say, an hour, or let's say 5 minutes, or it could take 30 minutes for this bar to close. And I want to see that volume being traded there. And then I take the difference between buyers and sellers for that bar. And that kind of just shows me for this bar, this is the high and low of this bar with this much delta. So that's why I was saying, like, if it breaks above the high of this bar, it basically tells me that this section here has 3,000 sellers that are going to be caught in this trade. And in this basically in a short that they're losing money. So to me, and if let's say if I had 1 minute bars with delta, I would have to like kind of visually combine the numbers to see, let's say it would be like from here, like it would be like, let's say 15, 20 bars. Let's say if it was 15 minutes for it to get 20,000 contracts. And then you would just see a lot of sellers, but then you wouldn't know exactly where the price was and so on. So it's a little bit, I did a lot of, I was trial and error with different time frames, and I came to 20K is a pretty nice number. 10K is also pretty good for like if the market's a little bit slower. For example, I have a 10K here. When I switch over to look at more shorter time frame. So that's one reason I use. And then you said I'm very confused due to options. Ticks. Yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah, I tried, yeah, like ticks, yeah, volume, some, yeah, range is also not bad. Range and Renko is kind of nice, but I found it a little bit too noisy for how I trade. Like this just gives me a more cleaner action on what's actually happening, and that's why I just use it and it helps me. Hopefully that answers your question. Yeah, I want to see this low taken out for now. 41.15. I don't like this one tick low. It's almost like it's not enough conviction from the market to try to drop this. That's why I took profit there, um, because I expected this high right here to be some kind of support, and it did. I just didn't expect 3,000 sellers there, so that's why I reshorted right away. So we'll see. Hopefully this is gonna be a winning trade because it is about. I usually trade until 9 a.m. Pacific time, and yeah, it's getting there. It's about 12 more minutes. For NQ, I use the range I found useful is 5,000 volume bars. Because yeah, you're right. It is if you do 20K, you're gonna have very not many bars. So I use 5K, and it just kind of shows me a lot more cleaner picture. I don't have like a low volume kind of for this one, but 5K has been nice. I feel like it trades like similar to like 15K on ES. So it's kind of like this middle ground on NASDAQ. Like there's a lot more bars with 5K than there is on ES. So 5K has been pretty good. And you could obviously try different numbers. I think some numbers could be even better. I just got used to these numbers, and they've been helping me. Yeah, I don't like this thousand contracts on the buy side. I am like a little bit down here, about 4 ticks. Yeah, I mean, it still hasn't broken this high yet, at least. 41.1925. But there's definitely buyers on NQ. Stepped in a little bit here. And yes, but not, even though 1,000 seems like a lot, and it's not a little bit. It's not like, yeah, 700, 600. But 1,000, it's like basically, so right now the bar is about to close in 600 contracts. So this is almost like, yeah, you have 11,000 buyers and 9,000 sellers for this bar right here that's about to close. So it's pretty close. Doesn't show too much buying, but it's definitely a good amount of buyers. Not gonna lie there. I just think we'll see. I'll make my decision after if it breaks 41.19 here. I want to see if these sellers are going to try to defend their positions. If this would have been like anything less than 2,000, I would have already got out. But at 3,000 bar, it's good enough for me to hold it. Yeah, so it looks like it's testing it right now. Yeah, it looks like it's breaking it. Yeah, I might get stopped out here. I didn't move it in time didn't really want to. I could see it's still finding some resistance here. Oh, yeah, to filter out. Yeah, you're right. I do need to filter out. The reason why I do have it, I actually have it more cleaner in a different chart that I look at. I like to look at this data right here. So we have 3,000 and I have it in a different chart. So I could probably just completely remove it. But right now this is, yeah, like, I'll do it. It's hard to explain on this chart here, but this number right here, it shows like pulling and stacking of orders. Like, so for example, if I add 100 orders right now, this number is going to increase by 100. And if I have a limit here for 100 orders and I take it out, this number is going to drop by 100. And it shows like the different, and it's the same for ask and bid. And it shows me kind of like what the market right now, it's pretty even here. And I like to see an imbalance of sellers adding to the market. But yeah, I recently turned it on, like, or I had it on to like kind of keep an eye on it on this on this chart. But I have a different chart that I look at, and it helps a little bit. Yeah, so NASDAQ looks like, yeah, try to push higher just now. Again, started selling off slightly. ES is still still a little bit still a little bit bullish from the delta standpoint, but I like NASDAQ. Yeah, hopefully I don't get stopped out. It's probably going to be a small loss or a break even for the day. That's kind of the thing I was saying. It's like when you go against kind of this trendy day up, it's like, yeah, you might see a slight pullback for a scalp, which kind of like what I did. I shorted, took a profit here, then added, reshorted, but it's like you're not going to see, a lot of times you're not going to see a significant sell off. So yeah, so right now we see a lot more. Actually, never mind. It changed right when I said that. This number right now, 3,100 on the south side, 2,500. Yeah, most likely gonna get stopped here. It's a lot of buyers. I don't want to adjust it. I don't want to take a loss here because it's already like a few more ticks higher. So to me, it's I just let it run because it could potentially get rejected here as it's testing this high. Yeah, Nasdaq try to make a push higher again on a little bit of buying, slowly getting rejected again. Here's the call I was making as I was breaking out here. I was saying it's most likely gonna find some resistance here. I don't know how much. Could just be a breathing room here, but definitely found some resistance here as I was testing the highs here, the 61.8 fib level. So it's finding some kind of resistance here for now. ES is a little bit different. Broke out, yeah, kind of in this area here. Yeah, not necessarily at 61.8. I'd be interested if it would be in this level here. More interesting of a short. Yeah, but this does not look good for me. For this particular trade, most likely going to get stopped. Yeah, about $1 away. Yep, well, there goes most of my profits for the day. I was up like almost 1,000. Now I'm, yeah, 140 profit. But if I get stopped out, I just got stopped. Oh, wow. Just got a significantly worse price on ES. Yeah, I hate when that happens. My stop was here. Yeah, freaking ES liquidity, MES liquidity pisses me off. My stop was at 22, but I got filled at 23, so 4 more ticks higher. That's pretty bad. The very highs here, that's frustrating. Yeah, you're right. Futures, I was going kind of into the selling delta here, which like I said, I usually don't really do that, but today I just kind of thought it will hold considering where Nasdaq was, but definitely a mistake there. Yeah, definitely got stopped out at the freaking peak there too. Yeah, I was talking earlier, I should have bought here when it was testing this kind of this range right here. I was very tempted to buy as it was breaking out of this bar, but I was like talking and then looked at like almost like looked away, and then it started like going significantly higher, like about like here somewhere, and I just like didn't chase it. Um, I think I looked into that ADR ration for New York Stock Exchange, but and Nasdaq, but it's been a minute that I looked into that, so I would want to look into that again. Yeah, let's see if obviously yeah, when the trend is this strong. But so right now, let's see if this area will hold here at 41.24, the extension of the initial balance. Sometimes I'm surprised how well it holds even in a strong rally like the market like this, where strong delta here, and it just like sometimes it just yeah, like I said, surprises me and holds. But we'll see. Obviously, I'm not going to take a short here. Yeah, yeah, no, that would be pretty interesting to check out. I don't know how you'll send it though. Yeah, I do use actually a tick New York Stock Exchange. It's on my other screen. Yeah, yeah, I do. I just recently created it. I'll just there's like no post there. Let me see. What? I think it should just be Prime. Yeah, I'll just add it here. Yeah, appreciate it. Curious. I'm always curious to learn other tools and stuff like that. So let's see what Delta's doing here. Yeah. Kind of grinding here. Yeah, I appreciate that. I'll keep an eye out for it. Looks like, yeah, let me change the, yeah, I want to show you the, right now there's a lot of selling on the dome. There's a lot more orders being placed. It's like 5,000 versus 1,400 on the pulling and stacking. I don't know if you use that. And it does, even though obviously it's counter trend right now, but I find it working a lot where there's a lot of orders being placed on the short side. I'm trying to set that up, or at least make it a little bit display correctly. Yeah, this is what I was trying to show earlier. So we have, yeah, right now 4,900 orders that are, it's called stacking or pulling. So stacking when they're actually putting here, and pulling when they're it's stacking or pulling if they're pushing orders here. Then this number is going to go up. If they're pulling orders, the number drops. So right now you have almost more double the amount of sellers on top right here combined, this number, than orders that were recently added. So some resistance there. Doesn't mean this thing can't push higher. It just I like to see this, especially if it's in certain areas of the market. Like for example, if this was happening more like up here, 41.3250, I would consider doing taking a short here with a maybe like a 4-point stop or something. I don't know if you use Sierra chart and see that kind of data. Yeah, I did have I think I had not 2430. I think I had like 15 ticks. Um but yeah, maybe. Cuz yeah, you're going to be looking more at the more recent orders or more closer to your price orders, not these orders right here. But I think what I realized is most of those orders up here, they don't really change as much. It's usually these orders change the most. So it's kind of giving you still an accurate, somewhat of an accurate, like when I was looking before, like this number barely changes. Like it's pretty staticky. So I don't think it's gonna change too much on the Yeah, like these numbers are like not moving at all. It's usually like, which I guess, yeah, it's going to make it a little bit cleaner, but yeah, I think I might actually consider reshorting this. I I just feel like it's not gonna keep, not feel like, I don't think it's gonna break the fib level 61.8 on the highs, and it's kind of approaching. This is what I'm looking at. I don't think it's gonna, it might break, like it might reach here, but then I think you're gonna see some support kind of into like this area here, like these previous lows here. Yeah, and then I am seeing some sellers stepping in here just on ES for now. Oil is starting to sell off as well. Yeah, Nasdaq still pushing higher. I think we're gonna test this level right here, 13,170. I think we're gonna see a test and some resistance around this area right here. Not gonna short ES yet, like that's for sure. With I was considering if it would break below here, pull back, take a short, and then small stop above here, but with hiding behind these sellers, but definitely against the trend. That's why the stop would be very tiny. approaching this area here. Yeah, I want to see a tag here. And then ES is coming up to that extension or the 61.8 fib level of this move down. You might have some confluence there. How long have you been trading F2? Yeah, it still has yet to touch this area. Might not even reach there, to be honest. Anybody's guess right now? All right, seeing some rejection here. I wouldn't mind to go a little bit higher for a good short there against the trend. Yeah, Nasdaq is pushing a little bit lower. Yeah, if I'm going to take a short here, I definitely want it to break this low here of this hour. It's going to give me more confirmation of this bar here. And then maybe a pullback to this price for a short. Yep, didn't break below this area here that I was looking for. 2350. I definitely want NASDAQ to go test this extension of the initial balance. I want to see how it reacts to this area here. I don't think if NASDAQ or ES reaches 3275, that'll be also great. But I think NASDAQ is going to, if NASDAQ reaches it first, I don't think ES is going to reach it with strong support. I'll be right back. I'm back. All right. So we see, yeah, looks like a little bit of a push. And sellers, a little bit of sellers here. Feels pretty slow. That's why I usually don't trade from 9 to 10, but since I was already on the live stream, I just decided to just keep at it. Yeah, NASDAQ has yet to reach this area that I was looking at, 13,170. All right, continuation on some selling here. Yeah, still nothing confirming a potential counter trend trade here. Still looking for a slightly either better price or a break below this price right here, 41.23 for a counter trend. But not seeing that yet. Nasdaq has just been kind of in this sideways market since basically like 9 o'clock. Some selling here, but nothing crazy. I am looking for I want this to get tested on Nasdaq 13,170. I think we're gonna find some resistance there. It's almost there. And I want to see how it reacts to that price. Then we do have ES almost at the 61.8 of this move down that we had the last couple days. So it's we might see some confluence there on both Nasdaq and ES. Yeah, yesterday I didn't trade, but looks like there was also kind of similar picture. We had just this rally that's been kind of going on, and then we did see some selling, and it eventually turned around. But I think this rally is a little bit bigger today, so it looks more established. So that's why I'm thinking a short might actually work out if you get the top right. And obviously, yeah, you could get taken out because it looks like a trendy day a little bit, but that's why, yeah, your stop will be pretty tiny here. I like kind of messed up here. Took a short here for a small, yeah, it was like about $42 profit because two of them were break even, and this one from 14 was $42 profit on all of my accounts. Then took a small short here for a scalp for about 16, so I was up like almost $60 per account. And then I reshorted two contracts, got stopped out for, yeah, almost took all my profits. And this should have been like about right here, 21.75, but it took me out of 23 because it was like a significant push up, and then kind of been watching it right now. Yeah, so 1,700 sellers right now versus buyers. And then we did see some weakness right here also. So kind of showing a little bit of resistance at those highs. But definitely normally don't trade against a move like this, even if the delta's there. But today, for some reason, I'm just kind of looking at where the price is on the longer term, and I like an idea of a short here, and hopefully it's not gonna take me out if I do take a short here. Okay, so we're seeing some shorting here. Yeah, if it breaks this, I'll probably short on a small retest. 24.25 here. If it breaks that. Yeah, Nasdaq is not selling off at all, even though ES is pushing a little bit lower. I am switching. I have 4 screens that I look at. The only reason I'm switching for mostly for what I'm presenting to you guys. So because I have Nasdaq chart on a different one, I'm just kind of showing you what's happening on Nasdaq. I don't want to share like split screen or anything. I think on the daily, yeah, delta's negative on the daily, even though we have this push up. So yeah, could see a potential breathing room and sell off a little bit. All right, looks like it broke that by 1 tick only. Yeah, I'm gonna start opening at least 1 contract here on all my accounts. Yeah, I think my profit will probably be like somewhere around 18 here against this value area. Probably a little bit higher, like right here. Yeah, Nasdaq is just stuck kind of in this area here with decent amount of sellers. All right, Nasdaq is making that push towards this level here, 13,170. ES is yeah, slightly going up. Yeah, definitely Delta's picking back up. Yeah, my stop is a little bit higher on this one. I'm looking at ES here. We have the 61.8. So I think if it breaks it, I'll just have a stop somewhere around here, like 32-ish. Call it good. Right now I still have just one contract that I am planning to add a little bit more as I see a little bit more pullback. All right, Nasdaq just came to this level here, the extension. I want to see some resistance here. All right, let's see what happens here. Yeah, that's crazy. Nasdaq is up 2.17% for the day already. Meta is definitely pushing this thing higher. Yeah, if it reaches this, yeah, 32.75. All right. Let's see if we see some sellers here. There you go, a little bit. I think I'm actually gonna short here on NQ. Just one contract. Just put my stop somewhere about here. Yeah, didn't get filled. That's too bad. Yeah, seen some rejection off of that level, 13,170 that I was talking about. Might just be a minor pullback with considering this is a pretty crazy rally. I think I'll get filled. All right, I just got filled on all of my accounts. So I'm now holding one ES or MNQ and one ES short. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna keep this target here all the way down here. I am planning to call it a day soon. So I might just have the profit like somewhere around here into this value area, but I kind of have it here tentatively to as I see what the price action is doing. And right now we have ES. Yeah, so NQ still showing some negative delta against this range here. I don't like ES showing positive delta here. Hopefully this turns around. and push lower, but I think we should see some kind of a pullback from here. Yeah, looks like ES is pushing a little bit higher. NASDAQ is still stuck here, which is good. Hopefully NASDAQ holds here and starts drifting lower. I think it's going to push ES also lower. If not, I'm going to take a bigger loss today. Still only down like about $29 per account right now. It's not too bad. I was up at one point about $50 per account. That was about 1,000 profit. Now I'm down 400. So hopefully I could make this turn around a little bit. We see ES at the extension 61.8 line right now. Hopefully this holds here. Yeah, F2. I definitely know how to use that. So looking forward to it. Yeah, pushing higher. A lot of buyers here. NASDAQ is still kind of stuck in this range here that I was mentioning. Let's hopefully it doesn't break higher. Yeah, we'll see. I think we're gonna see some rejection around these areas. So I know the trend is up, but so it was yesterday as well, and then it eventually sold off aggressively. I'm not saying it's gonna sell off aggressively, but I think we're gonna see a pullback. So NASDAQ, yeah, still stuck in this extension of the initial balance here. I am short one contract here at 13,167 and then one on MES at 41.24. So trying to see if how far this thing could push lower. Yes, hopefully this is the rejection that I was looking for against this fib level 61.8 at 41.27. Seen some resistance here. Yeah, NASDAQ is pushing a little bit higher here. Still seeing more sellers on the pulling and stacking of the orders here. Almost double, I guess, yeah, 2,000 contracts more sellers being added on the dome than buyers. So a little bit of weakness on the dome, but I think when if this is gonna keep rallying, yeah, there's nothing that's gonna hold it. I'm just hoping some of these levels are gonna hold. If not, I'll just get stopped out and call it a day. I did miss some long opportunities that I should have been filled in, but I wanted to get long in here. I missed opportunity and it just took off. After I was breaking this with 900 delta, wanted to go in long here, but missed opportunity and missed most of that. A little bit of interesting price action here on the delta here this morning around 7 o'clock. There's 2 bars consecutively showing 1700 negative delta. Still pushed higher than 2,700 plus 1,500 negative delta. Still pushed higher, and then so it's almost like the delta is not really working today at all, which tends to happen in a trendy market. Yeah, looks like NASDAQ is pushing a little bit higher. Here, looks like it's breaking out of this area, so might get stopped if it reaches that. This is the weekly volume profile. Looks like it's approaching this cluster of orders from last week. Yeah, I kind of like that actually. 90. I might actually raise my stop a little bit higher to like 94 for break stat. Yeah, obviously I'm gonna take a bigger loss. Like 95. Let me see. Basically, if it goes higher than this cluster of orders, I'm definitely wrong. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, so 16 of them are funded already, and 4 of them are stage. You could see by the um, PA. This is performance accounts, and then 4 of them are Apex accounts. So so basically, yeah, 16 of them are funded, and yeah, these are actually pretty close to. They're all getting getting there. I don't know if you use Apex Trader. I've been trading for 7 years now, over 7 years, and been profitable for like maybe 3 years or something. And yeah, after finding out about Apex Trader about in November of 2022, yeah, I stopped trading my personal account because it just takes out the risk with your own personal money, and you just don't stress about it. And I do really like the leveraged 20 accounts because yeah, I did get paid out by them already, and it's pretty low risk, and you don't have to trade like a full contract or few full contracts. You just trade micros and still make a good amount of money. They For people that don't really know about Apex, there is a 90% off right now that they have until Monday, and I have a link below for 90% off. There's a coupon code there, so if you guys want to check that out, it's you get a Ninja Trader license and live data that goes with it for that price. I think it's starting at like $14 or something per account at 90% off. Do you use Apex F2 or any funded company? Yeah, that was the reason I'm countering right now is because there's certain levels that I think is that will hold. We'll see. Obviously, if I'm wrong, whatever, I'll take a small loss. Not a big deal. But I was actually trying to go with this trend. Like I said, I was trying to buy here, and then yeah, this pullback threw me off a little bit with 3,000 negative delta, so I didn't consider going long here. But as I guess when it was breaking out of this bar, I could have, or I guess I should have considered going long because all of these sellers are stuck now. So yeah, I guess a mistake there, but yeah, let's look at the weekly for ES. Kind of had this trend that was going down, broke it, tested it. Now it's yeah, going back up. But you're right. Usually, like it's very rare that I do this type of trading like against the trend. It just some days I just I'll allow for it. Yeah, it looks like 33. So NASDAQ looks like a little bit of a try to break out of this area, pulled back. Now just trying, seeing, look where it's gonna go now. Some selling pressure here, not much, but let's see what happens. Yeah, I'm probably gonna definitely have a hard stop at near 11 a.m. Pacific time. Yeah, I don't want to trade the last couple hours. I'm not really, usually don't trade those days, those times. I agree. Yeah, definitely a trendy day today. Doesn't mean it can't turn around. But yeah, like I said, this is not normal for me for to trade against the trend. So this is just one of those days where I do think I will be right on some of these trades. So we'll see. And also, yeah, that's true. But I mean, we are 3 hours from close. So yeah, if this would be getting close and it's closing near the highs, that's very bullish. But we are 3 hours from close. This thing could close. We could see a pullback and close somewhere around here, if anything. Hard to say. Hard to say. Yeah, I don't know if you heard me. 16 of these accounts that I have, they're funded already. See how it says PA dash Apex? PA stands for performance accounts, so that means it's a funded account. All of these are funded. Like for example, this one I just got funded yesterday, so I have 16 accounts. Apex, when it starts with Apex, those are still in the evaluation phase, but they're close. They're all like over, yeah, like over 70% towards the profit goal. So yeah, that's the status on those. I'll be right back. I'm back. Yeah, slowly grinding up. Hey Val. Yeah, to answer your question, so I'm using this order flow right here. This number is the difference between buyers and sellers, and it just counts. I'm using 20,000 volume bars, and this just shows the difference, how many buyers and sellers are that were hitting the bid and ask. So that's how I use the order flow. The difference between order flow here, and then this is just volume profile bars. Hopefully that answers your question. Yeah, looks like NASDAQ is breaking a little bit out of this area here. I looked into Footprint a little bit before. I haven't like I didn't. Yeah, I haven't found that much use for it. At least how I was looking, it seemed a little bit too noisy for me. I like to just look at kind of the summary of what's happening. It's more cleaner, and then I just make a trading decision off of that versus looking at everything that's happening inside of those bars. I know a lot of people that use it that have good success with it. I'm not talking down on it, but I personally don't use it yet. I might in the future. I just didn't find a use for it yet. Yeah, so let's see. This is definitely grinding higher. Probably should have not go against the trend like F2 was saying, and normally I don't, but I definitely think that we might still see a slight reversal. I'm short around here, 68, so I'm down about like 10 points on, not 8 points on NASDAQ mini, and then MES I'm at shorting at 24.75. My stop is basically 32.25 on MES and a little bit higher on MNQ. So we'll see if this turns around. Yeah, normally my stops are much tighter than they are today. For example, NQ, I have a pretty bigger stop because I'm looking at the weekly volume profile, and it's basically testing this the most orders traded of last week, and so I'm hiding basically behind all these orders here. So like if it breaks around here, I don't want to be in this. I actually just realized, I want to be at 205 roughly. I think I have 90. I might raise that a little bit higher. It's only like about, I think I'm going to just raise it 205-ish here. It's a pretty big stop, but it's only 1 micro for now. Seeing some selling stepping in here on ES and NASDAQ. I want to see a break below this price right here, 26. Then we could see this drift a little bit lower. So I do trade Apex with Sierra. So there's a little hack I had to do. Basically, for me, because I don't even have to have the what is it called, or the Rhythmic Trader Pro dashboard anymore. Oh, like I don't have to have it turned on. I do have it turned on just to make sure like all the orders are being executed correctly. but I did have to get Denali data enabled as well. So this data is not Rhythmic data; it's Denali. So basically, I'm connected to Rhythmic trade service, and then but my data is Denali. So yeah, so that's how I use it. I've been using Sierra for like 4 years now, if not longer, and I enjoy it. So to me it's a better option than starting over with Ninja. Yeah, so if you have Denali, I mean I don't know how it works with like if you have to get it directly through Sierra or if you have Denali, you might just be able to connect it to it from Sierra. So I just don't know if you have Apex. Also, it might be because you could only connect to one service at a time, and right now I'm connected to Rhythmic, so it's a little bit confusing. But I definitely, yeah, I'm happy I was able to make it work with Sierra Chart and Apex. Yeah, this thing does not want to drop. Feel like this is a good lesson for me. Even though I do have these levels on, even though I have these levels on like the longer term, I think when the day is trending, and I feel like I've known that, and you don't usually want to trade against them, but um, it's like sometimes you're wrong, sometimes you're right, but normally you want to go into the direction of the trend. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would highly recommend it, Val. I I stopped trading my personal account. So I got into Apex accounts in November, December of 2022. And then when I realized kind of the leveraging the 20 accounts, I just once got like yeah, because 16 of them are paid already on out of the 20, and then the other four are almost paid, funded, and I just stopped trading on my personal account because 20 accounts is already a good amount, and I don't want to do the same trade on my personal account if I don't need to, because I did get paid out by Apex already, so they're a legit company. So um, I I just don't see the need. If you make a good amount of money on one account and it's duplicated by 20, you're solid. And yeah, for those that are joining, quick promo, there is a 90% off on Apex right now on all of their accounts. I have the details in the description and a coupon code. So you could use that and get 90% off. And no, I don't pay. You pay for the account for Sierra Chart, and you're connected because with how it works, you're connected to the account on Apex, and then you're copying all the like it's there's like a dash that goes after the account, so you're connected to the account, and all of those accounts are linked. So that's how I do the trade copier. I just link them all. So fees, yeah, fees just work standard. You're just paying commission fees. Yeah, this not looking good for me. I might have a couple like a $2,000 stop day, if not more, on all my accounts. Yeah, I haven't had a over $100 down day per account in a long time. Probably at least 2 months. So this would be unfortunate and kind of a slight reminder to not go against the trend. Yeah, I might get stopped out on ES here. I'm gonna keep my Nasdaq short open until this stop loss above here. But MES, I might get stopped out. When you say one-time fee, what type of fee are you talking about? The data fee? Data fee, yeah, you just pay for one account, and it's for like your whole Apex account, and it's the same for all of those accounts, the remaining accounts. The fees you pay for like for example the trading fees, you pay per account. Like the commissions. Oh yeah, yep. Yeah, so for the activation, what they do is once you get them paid, these are all 50K accounts. Once you get it paid, I pay the lifetime subscription, or so basically I don't want to pay monthly anymore. So I pay $150 per, well, it's 140 plus tax, and I pay $140 plus tax for a lifetime license. So I don't pay monthly for any of these accounts anymore. The funded ones, which is awesome. I think they added that like in January or something, and yeah, it was perfect because if I had to pay monthly for all of these accounts, I don't think I would have done it because it's just like it starts adding up. If you take some time off, you're still getting charged and all that. No, I get Denali. It's really cheap. I think you could get Denali data for I think as low as like $3 or something. And if you want the dome, like this data right here, I think yeah, I think it's $10. So I'm maybe paying $13 for everything. So per month for total. So it's not bad. Yeah. Yeah, definitely very likely to get stopped out here. I might move my stop because I realized 32.75. I feel like if it tests here, yeah, I might just move a couple ticks. Just gotta want to get stopped out at the peak when it's testing this 100% move. Yeah, if it breaks without a pullback against this area, I'll be very surprised. Like if it just breaks here, goes here, I'll be very surprised because I expect there's gonna be a lot of resistance when it's testing. Like it should be some resistance when it's testing this cluster of orders here on the volume profile. And if there is no resistance, that's usually not that's not common for it to be this crazy. And I mean, I know there is some good earnings, but not like I would be surprised and obviously take a pretty big loss on all of my accounts because of that. But we'll see. Yeah, good call F2. You definitely got it right. I should have had tighter stops here, but oh well. Oh yeah, yeah. No, the slope is crazy. Like Nasdaq. Yeah, let me check. Yeah, for 1 minute bars. Sheesh. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I feel like we haven't had a trendy day like this in a long time, like at least a few weeks, if not like a month. Yeah, really close of getting stopped out on MES here. Still have some room on MNQ, but definitely getting there. Yeah, I'm for sure gonna get stopped out here. Unless this level holds miraculously, which I don't expect it will at this point. I mean, this is a pretty strong level. It's the 100% of the initial balance, but I think it might break a little bit, and then if anything, pull back, which that would suck because it's gonna stop me out at the highs. I do have what, like couple ticks. Oops, yeah, I'll just do one more just to give it a little bit of room in case it pokes through. Sheesh. What a day. It's funny. I don't. Yeah, I'm. I guess a little bit surprised at myself. That I'm finding reasons to short this. Yeah, I just got stopped out on MES for $43 per account. Nasdaq is, yeah, it's pushing too. Guess some might take a hit to the chin on all of my accounts today. That sucks. Yeah, I guess I'm surprised. I haven't seen volume profile be rejected this bad. Like for on the weekly, usually we see some kind of rejection off of these this mid section here, this volume profile section, but it's nothing. No, like it's just going through like butter. That's surprising to me. Then monthly volume profile. This is for April. Also kind of in this cluster, huge cluster of orders here, and it's just going through it. Like usually when it's in these sections right here, it's it's almost like a choppy market, but not today. It's just plowing through it. That's crazy. 2.38% right now up on Nasdaq. Yeah, I agree with you, F2. Yeah, Nasdaq or ES kind of broke out of this channel here. Potentially we'll test this trend line down and these lows here. That might find some resistance, but I feel like nothing works today if you're trying to short it. No level works. I thought it's opposite. A slow trending market, usually the levels are respected, and then when unless it's grinding slowly like it has been doing, but I feel like when it's fast, it just breaks through those levels, manipulates them, and then goes the other way. Yeah, that's I am sick, definitely really really wrong today. Most likely gonna get stopped. That's insane rally. Holy shit. There's no pullbacks. Yeah, I feel like I feel like it's not even a slow grind anymore. This is actually just turning into a fast market up, melt up. Yep, definitely to the moon. To the moon. Yeah. Hey, is this trend line actually gonna hold right now? Well, technically, it's the trend line and the lows of this. So we have a low here, kind of low here. Maybe it's gonna find some resistance here. Shit, I don't know at this point. If I see significant selling, I might just do another short on MES, like a reshort here, like just one contract. Stop above, like basically right above here. So almost like, hey, if it keeps going up, I'm out. But because yeah, both Nasdaq is showing some selling pressure. Um, but fuck yeah, like this shit was also showing selling pressure here too. Pardon my French. Oh yeah, Nasdaq has a big sell order here. Big boy here, 2,200 contracts here at 13,200. Yeah, let's go back to Nasdaq. See if that area is gonna hold. Yeah, it doesn't want to fill those orders yet. I'm pretty sure it's gonna fill them. All right, looks like didn't want to fill them yet. Yeah, that's a crazy slope today. Holy crap. Some more sellers appeared here. 100 lot here. Yeah, looks like those NASDAQ orders got taken out at the 13,200. Yeah, I'm most likely going to get stopped. I'm just calling it a day once I do. This is a shitty day for me. Mistakes were made. Yeah, good call. I Yeah, I guess I'm surprised that I just got stopped. $2,600 loss day today. Not much for per account basis, 137. Still definitely one of my worst losing days in probably a month or two. But it is what it is. Kind of took a gamble with some slightly longer term areas that were just plowed through today. I think I forgot how trendy days work. But yeah, he just got stopped out. Looks like at the peak, like always, pushed me out. Yeah. Well, anyways, sorry that it wasn't a good day for me today, but thanks for watching. I'm stopping the stream. Uh, Hopefully, I'll have a better day tomorrow and next week. Have a good day. If yeah, I guess hit the like button for me if just to make me feel a little bit better with the loss that I have today. And F2, I have 16 funded accounts. So I was saying, if you're looking at this summary here, when it starts with a PA, that means it's a funded account. It's called a performance account. And Apex, if it starts with Apex, that means you're not funded. This is an evaluation account. So I have 4 accounts that are in the evaluation phase, and then 16 accounts that are funded. And yeah, and these are actually pretty close to getting funded. They're all like within about, like, I would say like like about 70. Some of them are like 70%. The other ones are like 90% to being funded. So pretty close. And yeah, I think I'll probably get them funded in a week or two. Well, depending how my trading will go. Today was definitely not a great day for me. Again, yeah, if you Apex Trader Funding is having a 90% coupon or deal right now going on. I have a coupon in the description, so if you want to use that, you could get an account for as low as $14, and that includes a NinjaTrader license and the data that follows. So yeah, I would highly recommend it. I personally use it, and it's good. They're a legit company. I got paid through them already a couple times, so I would highly recommend it. But yeah, wow, this thing just keeps on rocking, keeps on rocking. That's crazy. Look at that Nasdaq. Yeah, my stop is looking nice here. Sheesh. Well, all right, have a good day.